the job that you're currently employed in. We're going to figure out what transferable skills that you have, and we're going to figure out how to get you into the job that you actually want, that pays more, that gives you more time, that allows you to do something else that you would like to do. And so that is what we're going to do on the live tonight. We are workshopping things that are stopping you. Like if you're applying for jobs and you're not hearing back, what's up with that? What's going on? If your resume is not good, if you are writing it correctly, because if you don't know this, most resumes now are read by robots before they're ever read by a human. And if you do not format your resume correctly, a human is never going to see it. And so that is what we were talking about on the live tonight. We're talking about how to make sure you get through the bots, make sure you get to the actual humans. Once you get to the humans, how do you actually interview well? How do you negotiate? How do you succeed after you get this job that maybe you were reaching for? Something too that a lot of people will say is that people self-eliminate from job applications like crazy. Women do it most, but men do it too. And the thing is, if you are eliminating from a job because you're looking at the job description, which is often outdated, inaccurate, just copy and pasted over and over again. And if you're reading this job description and then you're not applying for a job that you want because the job description is eliminating you, and not the company has eliminated you, not they've seen your resume or the robots read your resume and they have eliminated you, but you are eliminating yourself. You are never going to get a job if you do not apply for it. So something you have to stop doing is self-eliminating from the job search. If you meet 100% of the job description, you are too qualified for that job. You need to go and you need to apply for a job that makes you uncomfortable. Why? Because that is how bad job descriptions are. That is why you cannot rely on them. That's why you should always ignore degree requirements. You should always ignore experience requirements. If you want a job, you apply for that job. It is that simple. And there are tactics and there are methods that you can use to make sure that you get through the screening process and actually get to the interview. Because the thing is too, companies don't hire people that match their job descriptions. They hire people that they like in the interview. It happens all the time. I have had my last 5 jobs have all required college degrees, and I am degree free. I don't have a college degree. It doesn't actually matter. And that's the thing. Like, we're told and we're taught that we have to check these boxes. We're told that we have to do all these things and ask permission, or worse, basically we have to buy permission, right? And we don't have to do that. What we have to do is we have to be strategic. We have to use methods. We have to use tactics. We have to use analysis and research and bulk applying. We have to brute force our way into getting past these systems to getting to the actual people. So yeah, if you have questions about how to do this, drop them right here. If your LinkedIn's messing you up, if your application is messing you up, if your resume is messing you up, if you're not sure how to look for skills that are actually valuable and useful to companies, let me know. Let me know what job you're trying to get. Let me know what's stopping you from getting it. Let's work through how to get it for you. How you can look at, okay, what do I actually need to get this job? Because the thing is too, oftentimes if the company likes you, if you do your research and you apply correctly at the right companies. Hey Preeti, what's up? Preeti is in our 4-week career change crash course that is starting April 4th. We are going to close applications for that in 9 days. So if you want to be part of it, go ahead, link in my bio if you want help getting from the job you have to the job that you want, actually. So what we're going to do in that course is we're going to go through a bunch of folks are looking for tech certification. So we're going to actually go through and help you figure out which is the right tech skill, which is the right tech certification for you to get you to your salary goal quickly and efficiently. And that is what we're going to do in the beginning of the crash course. Then we're going to teach you how to make sure your resume actually matches. Then we're going to go over create, and we're going to overhaul your LinkedIn to make sure that it matches your resume and to make sure that it's the way it should look for every recruiter that looks at it. Then we're going to teach you how to practice interview questions, how to have killer lighting, how to sound super confident, how to get past your imposter syndrome. We're going to teach you how to negotiate your salary so you actually get what you want. Do you only work on certs? Any trade stuff? Be more kindish. Any type of job. If you want a pilot's license, I will figure out how to help you get it. Yeah, so my sister actually is a welder. My younger sister, I helped her find paid welding training. And so she is a welder. She works on skyscrapers and she works at a steel company. She's the only chick at that company. Pretty cool. And yeah, and then they are currently training her to work with a very complicated and expensive laser machine. And she has already been promoted. So yeah, it doesn't matter what you want to do. Any job that you want to go into, I can help you figure out. And yeah, so that's what we're doing. But that's what we're doing with people for the crash course. So anyone who is interested in the crash course, like I said, you link in the bio, but we can also workshop it here. So let's do it together. So what kind of job are you trying to get into? What kind of job are you trying to get into, and what's stopping you from getting it? I recommended your page to another creator that is encouraging others to join the trade. Be more kindish. Is it that blonde gal? That's I think her username is join the trades. Is that her? Is that the gal? Because I think I saw her. She's trying to get Mike Rowe to come on her TikTok, which is awesome. Good for her. Yeah, so I'm a big fan of anything that is not college. I'm a big fan of anything that is apprenticeship based, paid training. I do not like internships, and I do not like trade schools for the same reason that I do not like colleges. And that is that the ROI in trade schools is almost identical to colleges. It's the time and the cost. This is the one I sent your information to. I would love to see this, but yeah, there's a ton. There's recently been a ton of love for the trades, and she's if it's who I think it is, then she's 100% right about the fact there's about to be a shortage in the trades. One thing, and I like Mike Rowe, but the thing is, the thing I've always thought was kind of funny about Mike Rowe is that Mike Rowe, and it's like a lot of people that are degree free and talk about the degree free movement, a lot of them have like multiple college degrees. And I mean like people who have started organizations that are geared towards helping degree free people. A lot of times they have masters or PhDs, which I do think is a little funny, but it's kind of like Mike Rowe in that Mike Rowe tells everybody to go into the trades, but he didn't want to go into a trade. So I always think that's a little bit funny. Like I have a lot of respect for the guy. I think that he's done a lot of good work in bringing awareness to the trades and to bringing like nobility back to them and shining light on like, hey man, these people are making money. They have good businesses. They have good lives, and they make the world go around. They absolutely do. But it's yeah, I've always thought it was a little bit funny that he tells people who don't want to go into the trades like, oh, just go into a trade, but like he wanted to be an entertainer. So he's like a professional actor basically. He's a professional like TV show host because he didn't his family are in the trades, but he didn't want to be in the trades. So I don't know. I've always felt that he's a little discompassionate in that way because he's like, oh, just go be in the trades, but not everybody wants to do that. I don't want to do that. My sister does, but I think that even trade schools will go to alternative. You're going to make there's more demand for trade school than there are for English or communications degrees. But statistically speaking, there's a reason I don't talk about trade schools on the page, and that's because their ROI and debt ratio is almost exactly the same as colleges. It's pretty bad. And so yeah, it's the cost of the time. My big goal at the end of the year, at the end of the day, is remote. Try Swayzilla for sure. I service an account that has a workforce where 46% of them can retire today. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. I do have a theory actually about blue collar workers. I think that blue collar workers may end up actually being white collar workers because there's going to be such a shortage of them that blue collar work is almost going to turn into sort of an artisan class because a lot of things are going to become more and more automated, and so they're almost going to become like art like artisanal technicians in a way. And I think that that's actually they're going to end up there's going to be so few of them too that they're going to be able to command so much money. Like even now a lot of them are making six figures, but if you especially if you build your own business and you start to hire people and apprentice them under you the way they're doing now. So the thing I believe about the market is always going to find like it's like, how they taught us in elementary school that water always runs to the lowest point, right? Water will always seek the lowest level. The free market will always seek the most efficient solution to their problem. If it's a rational market, which I mean, rational markets, right? Who knows? But that's why all these trade companies, all these trades with people where about half of their workforce is about to retire are hardcore into the apprenticeships right now. Paid training and paid apprenticeships. Why? Because that is the solution to education problems. It's paid apprenticeships and it's paid training. Um, I'm 50 now. In the past, when I was a teen, they used to have trade schools. Why is that? Well, Brian, they have trade school now, but trade school is just the cost of it has gone up so much. Because the thing is, all formal U.S. like college or higher education formal institutions, anything that takes government money is now more expensive than it was. Because basically, what happens is when you have the government subsidizing things, what they're doing is they're incentivizing a behavior. The behavior they're incentivizing is the colleges who get the money from them to continually mark up their prices. And that's why the cost of college doubles every 9 years. And that's why it is now actually it actually damages people instead of helping them. And it's kind of crazy because a lot of people still think like, oh, college is the way to guarantee you get a good job. But actually now I would actually wager that if you go to college now, you are more likely to end up in poverty because of debt than you are to actually make money. And people think too that college is like the end all be all of, oh, well, if I buy this, like it'll make sure that I get, I get to a good job. I have, and they've sold it as almost like entry to a specific social class too. It's like packaged. Colleges have done this thing where they've grabbed all of these different like social values, and then they've sort of packaged it together. Like if you go to college, you're educated. If you go to college, you're gonna be rich. If you go to college, you're part of an elite group of people, right? What they do is they package all of these things that really have nothing to do with them. Like the amount of money that you make in your life is more dictated by your parents than anything else. It's dictated by your family. Like if your family has money, you're probably going to have money. If your family has access, you're going to have access. And colleges, for the longest time, what they did was they selected people who came from a socioeconomic background and class of people that typically had more access and more money. And because of that reason, they took this outcome that had literally nothing to do with them and they sold it to us. And they were like, hey, you know what? These lower middle class people, like they want in, right? They want in on this. And so what they did was they just sold, and then the colleges were like, shoot. And the government, this started in the 1960s, and the government was like, hey, if you give college loans to these people, we'll back the loan, we'll subsidize the loans, and we'll give you money. And the colleges were like, fantastic, I'm just going to keep raising the price. And oh wow, these people really want this, right? Because now it's the status thing, right? Because back then only 8% of people had college degrees, and a lot of them were GIs because they had, anyway, that's a whole other thing. But so 8% of people had college degrees, and then the lower and middle classes, they marketed this to us, and they're like, hey, buy this, it'll make your life good. But it didn't. It stopped making our lives good like decades ago. And because there's a certain point where you do that and it's a good thing, right? It's like education in general is a net social good, but at a certain point it ceased to be education and it started to be a business, right? Because at first they weren't really running for profit the way that they are now. Even nonprofits, like people think nonprofits are not businesses. They fucking are. Like nonprofits are businesses. Their entire goal is to make money, just like a for-profit business is to make money. And so a lot of people think like, oh, it's a nonprofit. Like, yeah, no, they're still out for the money. That's what they're looking for. Tricewayzilla, sorry. I got a question for you. What made you want to work for this startup? The startup that I work for, I wanted to work for, have you ever seen one? Demotus. I don't know what you have ever seen one. What? I sold a home this week in under 24 hours for $500,000 over asking. That's awesome. That's fantastic. What made me want to work for the startup that I work for now? I wanted to work in cryptocurrency. I wanted to work in the cryptocurrency industry, and that's why I took Pop Crypto's Academy and ended up getting a job I was looking for jobs in the way that I teach people to look for jobs in the 4-week career change crash course. And what that is looking for jobs backwards. What you need to do is, no matter what your goal is, what you're looking for is you're looking for job descriptions. And yeah, you're banned, bro. Banned. Sorry, we're getting a little rowdy on TikTok. And so basically, what you do is you look for jobs that are in the amount of money that will pay the salary that you'd like to make, and from there you work backwards. All right, so now you have the job titles you're looking for that you would like to make, because in most industries they make a certain amount of money that will pay your bills and whatever financial goals that you have, like freedom goals that you have, right? Build a business, or or get a couple cats, or just have more freedom in your life, be able to take vacations with your family, be able to buy breakfast for your nephews, whatever it is, whatever the goal is in your life. And so I was like, okay, this is the job title that I want. This is how much money I'd like to make. So I picked that job title, and then I was looking for jobs with that job title, and I was looking at the skills that they're actually looking for. And from there, I was like, okay, what skills can I get or have? Just a couple cats, not too many. um, but yeah, and so for that reason, I was like, okay, I'm gonna look and see what jobs match up with that. And on that job board specifically, because I say that people should look at niche job boards. They should not be looking at LinkedIn. LinkedIn is honestly a terrible place to look for a job. It's not designed as a job board. It's designed to be advertisement to white collar professionals. That is what the point of it is. It's designed to advertise business services, software to white collar professionals. That's what it's for. It's not designed to get people jobs. They have a job board because it's a natural place to have one, but that's not the goal of it. That's not how they make money. And so it's not effective. It's not often as effective as another job board. Um, but yeah, so I got that job for that reason. And then I stayed because they're doing really interesting work and I work with a fantastic team and it's awesome. And I really like it. Your degree free. My degree is enslaved. A lot of people's degrees are enslaved because they cost a lot of money. Sales and PPC management are fantastic careers also. Both are based on commission and can make more than your base salary. Yeah, anybody, if you are looking to make money and you are just motivated, right? Like whatever it is, like maybe there's an issue or point of pain in your life that money would solve, right? There are a lot of point of pains that we have in our life that money will not solve, but there are quite a few for most of us in the US that money can solve a lot of problems. They can help with health, they can help pay for healthcare, they can help pay for childcare, they can help pay for elder care, right? They can help put a roof over our heads. They can help us to live healthier lives by allowing us access to things that we don't have access to now, right? Like gym membership or just there's so many things. Like, and there's no right or wrong. Everybody's got different motivations to do different things and to do different things with their money. But if you are looking for a way to make money, learn sales. I know that sounds extremely freaking broad. I know that sounds terrifying, but if you can learn to sell, you will never be hungry. If you can learn to sell things, then you can, like this person is saying on LinkedIn, sales and PPC management are awesome careers, and anything that involves sales, there's always going to be work. There's always going to be work for you because people always need things to be sold. Um, Oh yeah, Efinity, Texas. Yeah, same, Sam. Money would solve a few of mine too. It's the same. It's the same show. It's the same show for all of us, right? 11. Yeah, $1,150. It is 4 weeks. There are 8 live events, and then there is lifetime access to a special group in the community that I will be supporting forever and working with them until they get a job and way past that. So their next 6 jobs, we're going to be getting them. I worked at a call center, horrible experience. They fired me and I was happy. Oh, same. I also got fired. I didn't get fired. I got laid off from a call center. And I'm glad that I did because otherwise I would not have retooled it to tech. And then I would not be here talking to you folks on this wonderful, wonderful Friday evening at 8 p.m. Also, by the way, thank you for hanging out. There's 26 of us on the live right now. And I really appreciate the amount of time that you folks have given to me in the last few weeks. Like coming on this live and being willing to interact and help other people and ask questions and just hang out with me while I'm talking at 8 p.m. on a Friday night. Like I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it because your time is very precious and I'm very grateful for it. So yeah, if there's anything I can help you with, holler at your girl. I'm here. The goal is to help you figure out what you need. Um, I appreciate you, Sam. I appreciate you. And you ask good questions too. Um, Sam is in the 4-week career change crash course, and we have 9 more days left, folks. There's 9 more days left to enroll. We're going to cut off enrollment in 9 days. That is on April 1st. And that is not an April Fool's joke. That really is the deadline. So you know what? We really should have thought that through. Actually, now that I look at it, we should not have ended it on April 1st because people are going to be confused. Um, but yeah, you're honest people. You're honest people like that. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Very try to be. My mom raised me to be like that. No degree and unemployed. What would you advise me to apply to and get jobs that pay well? User 725. It depends on what your goals are. Are your goals to be hired as soon as possible, or are you aiming for a certain salary? If you are aiming for a certain salary and a certain work setup, like you want remote work and you're currently unemployed, you need to go look up remote job titles that pay a certain amount of money, enough to cover your bills or cover your expenses or cover your goals. And then you need to take 5 to 10, figure out what job title that is for you. If you have prior skill sets, then if you can transfer some of those over, that helps expedite everything. And what I would do is I would take all 5 to 10 of them. I would look at all the job descriptions and then I would tally up how many times specific skills are mentioned, right? We're looking at the same job title. And then you were going to learn the top skill. And then you were going to apply to jobs. And then you were going to learn the next skill and you were going to apply to jobs. And you're going to learn the next skill and you're going to apply to jobs. Do you think African Americans face problems getting good jobs that others don't? That is a complicated question. I think in some ways yes, and in some ways no. In a lot of places that I've seen, there are a lot of programs set up specifically to pay certain companies and give tax credits to certain companies, and give access to opportunities at certain companies that, for minorities and women that, they're actively getting paid to offer those opportunities. And so I think in a lot of ways, no. But then I'm sure that there are things that we don't see that, yes, that might be a problem. At the same time, I'm also a big fan of just worrying about things you can control. You can't control an unseen bias, right? That may exist. And degree free people face this a lot. Like I can't control an unseen bias that I can't see. I can't control that. What I can control is the method in which I apply and the way in which I set my expectations so that it doesn't matter if someone else is biased against me. And I think that that advice is good for anybody who's in a minority or minority group that is applying to jobs. Starting a business as a minority gives you more tax benefits. That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. Yeah, it's something crazy. So Ryan is Hawaiian, and so his sister is obviously Hawaiian too. And it's crazy. If she were to start a business, then she would be golden because if you are a woman and you're a minority and you start a business, there are so many opportunities open to you that are not open to other people. I've been trying to get into digital marketing so I could leave my diesel fueling jobs. Uh, Major 19. Digital marketing. Did I tell you the other day to go look at the episode from the Degree Free podcast with James Stewart? I would highly recommend you do that. He explains down to the T how you can get into digital marketing degree free and make that change. It's an awesome episode. Like Google degreefree.co/podcast. And let me see if I can drop it in the chat actually. I never know how to respond to these questions. Here. degreefree.co/podcast. Highly recommend. Yeah, and I think he was episode, let me see. Hopefully they'll let you do it. Okay. Starting a business gives you more tax benefits. Yes. What's a good computer course for beginners? Tatagon. Oh, Tati Goncalves. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. What's a good computer course for beginners? It depends on what type of job you are wanting to get. Do you want to get a technical job or non-technical job in a tech company? Because then I would recommend two different things. If you are trying to get into tech, I would learn SQL. I would go on YouTube and I would look up SQL and I would learn whatever free courses on there. If you are trying to get into a tech company and you do not have technical skills and you don't really want to learn them, I would learn as I just said to Major 19, I would say digital marketing. I was gonna ask for those notes you sent me the other night. I screen record some stuff. Said must have missed some parts. Oh, yes, Triswayzilla. Yes, I was gonna say that. Let me look that up again. DSS decision support software. Triswayzilla on TikTok asked about a decision support industry, which is basically is essentially data analytics for healthcare. And the reason and Triswazilla, what I did for you was I found the names of the companies who right now are the biggest players in that market. And then from there, what you can do is go to each company and look at the job titles that they have. And then what you can do is you can actually go and you can actually look up, like, let's see. Actually, let's just do it right now. Ask TikTok if I can have the screen sharing. Also, sorry guys, we are also prepping for the upcoming possible ban because our Congress people are a bunch of idiots, and I don't feel bad saying that at all. All of them are idiots, and I don't feel bad saying that at all. They're idiots, and they want to control what applications we have on our cell phones. So you can feel free to sign up for our newsletter, degreefree.co/newsletter. And if you do that, you will be notified when we open our free community so that you can be in there if you do not want to lose access to Ryan and I as we continue to post content. Because, yeah. Anyway, I have some strong feelings about that. Yeah, that was crazy. Did you guys see that hearing? It was freaking crazy. It was just shocking. Yeah, so actually, and so this is totally off topic, but hey, it's our live stream. We can do whatever we want, right? So the craziest thing about the TikTok ban is the fact that these people are so out of touch with how things work. And to me, it's like I get that we elect these people in theory, right? We elect these people and their job is to regulate things. But I don't believe that people who don't understand what things are should be allowed to regulate them, especially when they're all stupid. And they are. Like, I don't use that word lightly. I think everybody watching that congressional hearing was just like, oh my god. And the fact that any of them are allowed to own stock. Like, I feel like there's just a few basic things. And the thing is too, like, I was actually really steamed up about this today. I was talking to Ryan about it because I'm very steamed up about it because yes, as Sam said, there are 5 million businesses that run their marketing off of TikTok. 5 million. 5 million American businesses. Half of us are on here. And something too that I've noticed is like something I really love and have loved for a long time. And actually, shoot, I'm about to freaking cry right now because I've been creating content on this app for almost 2 years. I've been on here for almost 2 years. And the amount of people that I've been able to meet, the amount of you that I've been able to interact with and like learn from, and everybody, and I've like, it's changed, like, I'm gonna cry, but like, it's changed my mind about things. Like, it's changed my mind about so much stuff. I've learned so much from you guys, and it's just like breaking my heart to watch this happen. And it also just makes me angry. It just makes me angry because these people are not qualified to be making this decision, and they have no right to make it, truthfully, because in the US we have freedom of speech, and this app is freedom of speech, and they have literally no right to do so. And it's infuriating me. But yeah, and I wrote to my congressperson, and I basically just said to him, I said, hey, this is not your job. It is not your job to decide what applications I have on my phone. That is none of your business. Like, it is none of the government's business. It is none of your business. I will decide what is on my phone, not you. And it's just like, but they don't even think past that, right? They just think about, it's on the fence, except for they all took the lobbying money, obviously, right? And so it doesn't seem to be on the fence to me. It seems like they decided this a while ago. Something that I think a lot of people should know too is Meta, and YouTube. Well, actually, sorry, just Meta. Meta is the one that paid the PR firm to do all the hit pieces on TikTok. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but they paid a PR firm to go in and plant stories about TikTok on major media outlets that TikTok was causing all these trends with these teenage kids doing destructive things. But what's funny about that is Meta, as of today, on Meta, they removed their creator fund on for Reels, which is on Instagram. It's the short form that they were trying to compete with TikTok on. They're no longer paying content creators to make content on Instagram. And why do you think they're doing that? They're doing that because they already know the outcome of this ban. They already know that they're going to ban it, and they already know they're going to ban it because they paid them to. Yeah. So I didn't expect to be talking about, and this is like, I'm allergic to politics in general, but this is infuriating. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy to watch it go down in front of our eyes too, where these people are just deciding that we can't have access to this thing that is teaching us, that is connecting us to each other, that is allowing us to express our thoughts and learn new opinions. And honestly, the way I feel about it is I feel a lot closer to a lot of people because of this app, because I've been able to interact. Like I said, I've been able to, like, I've been so fortunate in that people are able to, yeah, right, Sam? Like, haven't you learned? I've learned so much off of here. It's kind of crazy. Like, it's about everything too, right? You learn about healthcare and dieting and finance and investing and physical therapy, right? There's so many people. I follow this guy on here. His I think his I don't even know his name. I don't even know his name. Stay Flexy. He's like a guy. He's like this little blonde guy, and he always does these like things about how to stay flexible. But yeah, and it's just like so educational, right? And he just talks about like the anatomy and physiology of your joints and like how to stretch and stuff. And it's just like there's so many people on here. There's so many creators, like there's comedians, actors, like artists, there's mathematicians, there's just so many people, and I've learned so much, and it's just a freaking shame. Yeah, it's just a freaking shame. I did not see the money got taken away. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They took it. They took it. Then they took it. What's crazy was it's almost like a glow. It's almost like that's how it feels to me. It feels very much like a slap in the face because they knew already, right? They already knew the outcome of the hearing. They didn't even need to have the hearing. It's performative. Um And our boy, the TikTok CEO, man, he did a good job. He did a good job. Um, awesome. The people that market their business on here, which is awesome. Yeah, for real, Sam. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, there's so many people that are gonna have a really hard time with it. And I mean, shoot, we will, you know. I Our entire following is on here, so we'll have to. I don't know where we're gonna go, but we're not gonna go to Meta, that's for sure. I don't know where we're gonna go, but we're not gonna go there. Yeah, I think I saw something too. I don't know if you guys want to look it up, but I did see that somebody was this app has given me so much hope. I finished high school 9 years ago and I gave up on college. Yeah, it's amazing how it's amazing. I know it's amazing how many people are on here and how much knowledge we've been able to share with each other and connect. It's really awesome. And I'm gonna make a video about it later because I was pretty inspired today, but just like looking back over the past videos that I've made and people who, you know, by our estimation, the amount of people that have gotten jobs from degree free is like in the thousands. And just from information, right? Because all it takes is a spark. And that's pretty freaking cool. That's pretty freaking cool. And it's been pretty cool to watch back on my older videos and realize that like, dude, it was, you know, we've moved mountains in the 2 years we've been on here, folks. It's pretty cool. They stopped paying on which platform, Reels or IG? Both, both. Yeah, Instagram. It's yeah, Reels on Facebook and IG both no longer contribute to they don't have a creator fund anymore because they don't need it because they don't have any competition because they paid Congress to ban it. I hope they don't do it. Yeah, I hope they don't either, Brian. Major 19. I learned about digital marketing because of TikTok. Right. So many people. So many people. There was I mean, I learned about Salesforce from Reddit originally. But then everything I've learned since almost has been a result of this app. And not to lay everything at the foot of TikTok, right? Because obviously it's the people. It's us because we're on here. But yeah, it's freaking crazy. It's freaking crazy just watching, yeah, it's just freaking crazy watching them do this. Anyway, not to be on a negative, let's be positive, right? Let's turn this frown upside down. Oh, notes. Yes, 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 yes. Um, yeah, try Swissilla. I'm going to tell you the companies that are currently the key players in this industry. Okay. McKesson Corporation, Next Gen Healthcare Information Systems, and then CareStream Health Incorporated, Athena Health, Philips Healthcare. Actually, if you want to screen record, do it now, and then I'll read them again. Yeah. Clinical decision support. On the bright side, with YouTube, at least, if I go to YouTube, at least I can screen share. And so I can do these search functions for you folks on there, which would be cool, right? And if you are watching on YouTube right now, then feel free to ask me. I'm not set up to screen share, but I could do it. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Yeah, information consultant. That's what we're looking for. Interesting. Right now, they have, okay, decision support analyst. There we go. I was like, do you think there's a lot of money to be made in aviation if you're not a pilot? I think it depends. Overslept again. I think it really depends on what you're doing in aviation. Do you mean like aviation mechanics or buying? I have a friend who's a buyer for planes. Actually, he used to be a pilot in the military, and then he became a buyer for planes. But that's something you could do. You could also be like if you wanted to be a manager of a hangar that does mechanic work, you could do that. Okay. Try Swissella. Got you right here. Hi to Kit. I just got a job in tech today. No degree, no certs. It's possible. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. Okay, sorry. Just get those and run it. Okay. All right. Uh, McKesson Corporation, Next Gen Healthcare Information Systems, Medical Information Technology Incorporated, CareStream Health, Athena Health, Philips Healthcare, Walters Kluwer, that's Kluwernu, Cerner Corporation, and then Siemens Healthineers. And then as far as decision support jobs, what you're looking for is decision supporting analyst. That's one of the titles. Another one would be, I saw another one right here, clinical AI product lead. Okay. I'm looking at the job titles you can be looking up. Clinical decision support consultant. Those are the titles you're looking at. Yes, Walters Kluwer. Yes, Sam knows what we're talking about. But yeah, right here it just says right here it just says for qualifications too. I'm looking at this decision analyst. Strong PC literacy with full suite or Microsoft applications, especially Excel. Excel runs everything. For those of you that don't know, Excel is the king. It's crazy how much of the world that it runs still. Prefer experience with decision support products and/or relational database technology. That could be anything. Yeah, perform financial analysis, models. It actually doesn't even require a college degree for this job that I'm looking at. That's getting more common, as we've talked about. 1 year, 1 year finance health experience, 1 year prior decision support experience. But yeah, it looks highly technical, but it looks like data analytics to me. That's what it looks like. It's data analytics, but for large health organizations because they are dealing with like multiple, so many data points, right, for healthcare. Especially as it gets more and more automated and AI feeds more and more into health diagnostics and just the flow of healthcare to try to lower the cost. That's going to get more and more common, I think, as time goes on, for sure. But yeah, anybody else? Anybody else got questions about how to get into a new industry and how to get a job? And also, Heaty Kit, do you want to tell us what job you got so we can go apply at your company? I'm just kidding. No, just tell us what job title it was so that some of us on here can look for it because a lot of people here are interested in getting a different type of job. A lot of people are interested in tech jobs, but we can help you get any kind of job. So depending on what you want to do, holler, let me know. Let me know. And tell me what kind of job that you want to do. And then we'll figure out how to get you there. We will figure it out. Sorry, guys. It's super loud when I do that. Oh, man. There are, Ryan and I went out earlier and got cinnamon rolls. That is my absolute favorite snack slash food ever. If I could live the rest of my life on cinnamon rolls, I would. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry at all. I'm only sorry that they're not good for you. Do you have LinkedIn? Sam, dude, cinnamon rolls are the bomb.com. I had to because I have absolutely no self-control. Thanks, big homie. You are appreciated. You're appreciated, Triswayzilla. Do you have a LinkedIn? In Vision Goal? Yes, I do. My LinkedIn is Hannah Mariama. Feel free to add me. You can also add Ryan. That is my husband. He is very cool. And if you want to start a business of any kind, he's the one to ask about that. Ryan Mariama on Instagram. I'm sorry, Instagram on LinkedIn. Sorry, I was looking at a headline. Yeah, Ryan Mariama on LinkedIn. Just hit us up, send us a message. If you want to listen to us talk to each other, then please feel free to listen to the degreefree.co /podcast. So it's our podcast and it's on degreefree.co /podcast. Taking a CAMP prep course at the moment. Admin experience, no degree. Will your husband respond? Yes. Taking a CAMP prep course. Katie, I would highly recommend moving to a PMP course. The CAMP is not as often desired as the PMP. If you can qualify for the CAMP, you might be able to qualify for the PMP. That would be I have a PMP. I would highly recommend maybe looking into that as well and comparing like if you're looking for job titles and you know which one you want, I would highly recommend looking at that and seeing which one they want more because it's the PMP. That's awesome though. If you have the ability to take this one, you can take the PMP. Love the podcast. Thanks, Envision Goal. Appreciate that. Have you recently left us a dishonest review? We only accept dishonest reviews on our podcast. Tell us that we don't suck and that you love the podcast. We're fragile. We're fragile. Also, tell Ryan what you think of his beard because we recently, if you want to check it out, we recently he started growing a beard like last year, and that thing is large and in charge. It is no joke. Planning on taking the PMP next. Oh, nice. Melissa, hello. Who would be my target market for virtual assistants? Brian, I think that depends. If you're on TikTok, so TikTokers are a good option. Something you could do too is you could try to be a virtual assistant for somebody who you know probably doesn't have a virtual assistant. And so TikTok is a good one. Social media creators. He has a good beard coming from a bearded man. Sam, you have a pretty serious beard too. Your beard is the most serious for sure. um, who will be my target market for virtual assistant? Yeah, so if I were you, I would check TikTok, I would check LinkedIn. Actually, LinkedIn creators probably are the people who would be maybe have not been exposed to the world of virtual assistants, and so they don't know that that's a thing. But I would check, yeah, I would check LinkedIn and maybe YouTube for people who might need virtual assistants. What's a virtual assistant like Alexa and Siri? International worker in America, how to get a job. That one's tough. I don't have any experience with international hiring, and so it's fairly complicated, and so I'm actually not sure how to best give advice on that. I think I might have said before, but the best way to get a job is to go and look for the job title that you think you might want and then work backwards. And then for you, there's going to be another layer of complication because you're going to have to look at the laws for who they're allowed to employ for that job. And that's why it's difficult. That's the only reason why I don't do it, is because I'm not well versed enough in how to be strategic about that and what jobs are the best ones to go for. And I try not to talk about things I don't know about. What are some of the job names for digital marketing? Job names for digital marketing would be okay. So funny. We have actually what teaches in the crash course. What kind of career crash training do you teach in the 4 weeks? Melissa, that's a great question. So what we teach is we teach how to figure out what you want in life. And I know that sounds really broad, but like what a lot of people need is they need to figure out what goals they have first. Like, are your goals financial? Are they time? Are they quality of life? Like, what is it that your work needs to be what you love? And everybody has a different answer to that question, right? Everybody has different answers. So first we figure out what's your why, and then from there we figure out like how much money you need to make, and then what kind of schedule you want in your life, and then we help you figure out what job titles you're actually going to be looking for, and then from there we teach you how to find a job backwards, which is using the job titles, looking at job descriptions and figuring out what skills they're actually looking for in the market, like applicable skills that they'll hire you for, not, oh, I have a degree in communications and then like this job may kind of like, hopefully they want that, or hopefully they care about that. They don't. They want to know what skills you have. So we teach you what skills you need to learn. Then we'll teach you where to learn those skills. And then we'll teach you how to fix your resume so you can explain how you learn those skills. We teach you how to build a personal portfolio. So we're going to teach you how to show your work so that you can actually be effective when you're applying. We're going to teach you how to interview really, really well. We're going to teach you how to make lighting that looks like this. We're going to teach you how to set up sound. We're going to teach you how to set up a camera and a mic. We're going to teach you how to prepare, how to rehearse your interview questions. We are going to go through and teach you how to negotiate pay and make sure you actually get what you're looking for. And then we're going to teach you how to succeed after you get your job. Like, it's a lot. It is not a joke. There's a couple people in our chat right now in the chat right now that are going to take the course, and the course is no joke. We are going to work alongside them the entire way. There's a video course. Yeah, Yonid, it's pretty serious. We've been working on it for like 6 months too. So we probably should have started talking about it more before, but we were just like, we really wanted to have it ready to go, and just all set before we started marketing. So but yeah, it's not a joke, which is why we have a limited amount of people in it, and we're going to cut off the signups in 9 days. Yeah, so it's small group of people. Oh, and you get lifetime access to our community with a small group of people. What is the daily time frame required for the 4 weeks? So that's a really good question. There's a self-paced video course, and so the video course you can work through by yourself, and then twice a week we're going to have live events, and the live events are going to be at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we are going to do those live events, and we're going to do live workshops. So we're going to work you through how to do these things in real time, and then we're going to do Q&As also. And then on top of that, in the community, in this small group of people, if you have any questions, we're going to be on that, except for when we sleep, obviously, because I can't answer questions in my sleep and you probably wouldn't want me to, but we're going to be working with these people in the group as well. So anytime they have a question or get stuck, we're there. But yeah, that's what we're doing. So daily time frame is self-paced. You can work on the job. So the video course is the job change accelerator. So you can work on the job change accelerator as long as you want. You can work on it as long as you want, but the live events are for 4 weeks. Yeah, of course. Melissa, thank you for asking. I really appreciate it. But yeah, we do have a few more spots in that. So anybody that wants to join, feel free. Feel free. It'll be pretty fun. I'm very excited. Cost is $1,150, so $1,150. I know you're not supposed to read numbers like that, but that is how much it costs. And now you know why, because it's a lot. It is a lot of work, and we are going to do a lot of work. And actually, it's pretty fun. So Sam and Preeti, I think, are both on the live right now. They're both in the crash course, and Preeti's daughter is going to be on the crash course too now, which is pretty freaking cool. So we have a mom and daughter duo, and so Ryan and I were actually just going over. We were just going over our lesson plans for the live events, and then getting ready for the Q&As, and we're pretty excited. Thanks, Yona. That's really sweet of you. Yeah, I think we were like, okay, we want to make sure we want to make sure that we're like really dialed in, really ready, really researched. Yeah, it is less of the class less of the cost of one class in college. Yeah, it's true. It's cool because we're really excited to finally work like one on one. I know, Sam, I'm super excited too. Sam on our TikTok live has already been studying. He already did start studying, and so we're gonna help him figure out what exactly he's gonna be studying for, and then we're gonna help him get a freaking awesome job. Sam is gonna be blowing us all out of the water in 4 weeks. That's for sure. But yeah, pretty excited. Yeah, keep up the great work, Sam. I like that. I like that. All right, folks. Well, I think that might be all for our live tonight, unless anybody has questions that I can help with. Like I said, you got a text cert and you're doing amazing. Colin, that's awesome. Love to hear it. I love to hear it. I love to hear it. That makes me super happy. Hey, Jeremy, what's up? Sam is going to be employed before the 4 weeks. LMFAO. Hopefully so. Melissa, absolutely, absolutely. Feel free to Hannah at degreefree.co. Feel free to email me if you have questions. Jeremy, what's up? What's up? What's up? But yeah, so I think Jeremy, you missed it earlier. We were ranting. We were all talking about the TikTok ban. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow too. I have a strongly worded video I got to post about it. Freaking crazy people. Oh no, you're good. Thank you for coming at all, Jeremy. We appreciate you. Very, very much appreciate you all the time. But yeah, folks, I think probably we're going to be signing off for this evening. But anybody else that has questions, and like I said, we're going to be closing up. We're going to be closing up the crash course on. I know, don't we, freaking Jeremy, dude? We're going to talk about it. We'll probably talk about it again tomorrow. It's yeah, it's yeah. Anyone who doesn't follow Justin Danger Nunley, I would highly go recommend you watch the video that he just posted about it. I think I reposted it too because he basically said how I feel. People freaking anyway. But yeah, so we need to have a happy hour. We should have a degree free happy hour. That'd be cool, right? Virtual happy hour. We should do that actually. I've told Ryan before that we should do like a live Q&A session podcast with our listeners on Fridays. It's called Degree Free After Dark, but he keeps telling me it's dumb. So I think that you all need to let him know. Oh, Yonid, yeah, you could come, dude. So I think what needs to happen is you all need to post and you guys all need to tell Ryan that that it's not dumb, and Degree Free After Dark needs to happen, and that we should do that. We'll add it to our long list of things that we need to do. But yeah, so thank you all. Like I said, who knows what the future looks like with the band, but regardless, I am so thankful for all of you. I'm so thankful for your time. I'm really grateful that, I've been able to have the chance to connect with you and to learn from you and to spend time with you on this app. And it's awesome. And it's awesome. And I've been really, really grateful for it. And I'm so thankful. And I'm really looking forward to those of you who are going to join the crash course. I'm looking forward to working with you. We are going to figure out another way to all get together, and we're going to do that. But yeah, thank you all so much. Really appreciate you. Can't say how much I appreciate you. Yeah. And y'all have a good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow, 8 p.m. Bye. And good night.